Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It's Blacksmith Master once again. We're here on day 43. And things are just a humming in the workshop. We have some balancing to do, I think. We got a lot of iron ingots up here. Plenty of supply of iron ingots. And I'm actually kind of hoping that we can keep filling this stuff up a little bit. But I'm going to make some more steel. Because we have so much iron already, I want to make more steel. So what we're going to do, temporarily, I think probably this is a temporary thing. I'm going to go ahead and kind of take, I think this guy, is this the guy doing it? You're taking, you're working for steel ingots. Okay, so let that guy go back downstairs. So what I want to do is redistribute more of my iron ingots towards steel production. So I've added a couple of things. I've added extra smelters to make more steel. Okay. And the iron that's here, I'm actually going to reposition it as soon as I can. There's like always somebody using this thing. There we go. Okay, we're going to reposition. Everybody's like rushing to it right now. We're going to reposition this to be just a little bit more center. Okay. And I think I might move my... Yeah, I'm just going to reposition it like this. So that the iron is a bit closer to the steel producers. Okay. I'm just going to move that storage. So everybody can just, go on in there and do that. Okay. The next thing I want to do, I only have 4,000 bucks, but I'm hoping that's enough. We're going to hire some additional assistants, of course, to continue that along. I think Berenice, she adds more people. Berenice, yeah, you add more people. So I'm going to have you craft steel ingots. There you go. And then we also have, somebody has a level up. Now I have gone in and made it to where everyone, aside from the new one that I just hired, Berenice, everyone is leveling themselves up, except for a few different people, because I want to get their stats bigger for certain reasons. I must have missed this person though, because this one's not somebody I was looking at. So anyway, most people then are going to be leveling up themselves. We shouldn't be bothered with it, with the exception of a few like Tyler JG, for example. I'd like to get his metalworking up, so when he levels up, I'm going to bump him up here. And I'm going to kind of, make sure his metalworking is the one we're focusing on there. I've got 2,000 design points. And I can almost make the shield better. But I think I'd rather make other things legendary instead. So, like, we'll take 1,100 points into that. And let's go ahead and get, like, maybe we have legendary knives now or something. Just get some more legendary things that we're selling. We also now have 3 additional blueprints we can unlock. Now, here's the thing about these, though. Yes, I could just pick something and do it, sure. But I think it's a good idea to have some spare blueprints, because if I head over here, we have to spend a little bit of our legendary quality points on it right now. So I don't really want to open it just yet. But remember, the trade routes are a thing. And how trade routes work in the game is it brings back that old map, okay? I did a little bit of scouting ahead to learn how this works, okay? It brings back that old map interface that we had before, right? So instead of just having all the contracts on a little list, boring, right? We do have the map, and it shows you where things. But instead of having individual locations saying, hey, trade us one thing for gold, now you set up trade routes with those different locations. And that involves giving them a set supply of specific items that they request in exchange for resources that you cannot get yourself. Okay? Things like clay, for example, which is good for pottery later. So what we need to do is be able to respond to those trade routes. And in order to do that reliably, in order to know that I can do that, I would think I would want to have some blueprints saved up, so that if a location wants, for example, they're gonna want like 3 items. And maybe I can only make one of those, and I need 2 additional blueprints unlocked in order to get the other 2, right? I want to be able to do that. Okay, so we're going to hold off a little bit on getting new items, and instead we'll just kind of focus more and continue in improving the ones we're already making. Another important point to make is that the silver bracelet, I cannot make this. I got the blueprint. I can make the silver ingot, and that's fine, but this requires something that it didn't tell me initially. And that is that it requires a former or a mold. And I can't do that, a molder thing. So if I come down over to tools and I scroll down here, the mold smelter, this thing, It molds ingots into complex shapes to be used for jewelry. I can't do this, so I can't make that necklace. That is unlocked later. I assume it's unlocked with this. So basically, that necklace is not going to be able to be produced until I get to the very end here, as far as I can tell. So that's just going to be kind of a wasted blueprint. So if you're wondering why I'm not leveling it up or why I'm not doing anything with this awesome, expensive silver bracelet, that's why. I don't have the resources to do that. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to save my design points. And I actually need to hoard money for a little while too, because I am running real low after buying all these things. But good news is, got that contract done, so that's taken care of. Let's go ahead. You see some of these contracts, right? But they're nothing special. They're just money. It's fine. We're not giving up a whole lot here. We can get extra design points, which seems good. So let's go ahead and grab that one, I guess. And, you know, they're just hammering away at all sorts of these different merchant contracts right now. All good things. Apparently I missed you too. I apparently missed you too. You're a transferer. You're an ingot transferer, and you're using the stairs. I'm going to go like that with you, and then I'm going to say highest skill first with you. Okay. I also had someone else mention, like, you have one of those epic people who make everyone walk the same speed. So why are you, you know, increasing everyone's walking speed? Isn't that a waste? And that is just a misunderstanding of the perk, is what that is. So if you take a look at, I think it's Miranda. It's this one. All assistants walk at the same speed. I think you read that part without reading the next part. While carrying as they do while empty-handed. So, in other words, she makes it to where nobody gets slowed down by carrying things. There's still value in raising everybody's walking speed because they're still going to walk there. And they just now walk faster, you know, in other times too, and that's important. So, restocking raw resources. Yeah, you're going to go like this. And I'll just have you do highest skill. It's fine. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So, that's the plan right now is we want to get to the trade routes because they're going to be very good and they're going to start unlocking the ability to get new resources for us. We can also get the third floor now and maybe get hiring discounts, which would be good. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I don't want to spend, though. I don't want to spend any legendary points if I can help it. I may not have a choice, and it's okay, but they're higher value points, and it'd be really nice to just start unlocking things later, too. So I'm going to save those as much as I can. I'm not in a hurry to unlock, you know, the third floor. I'm not even really fully utilizing the second floor yet. I don't even know what I would do with the third floor right now. So there's no point in unlocking it. The second floor, honestly, hasn't been needed yet, unless I want to scale up my operation and have even more blacksmiths and be able to make all these things. Like, imagine being able to make all of these things, every contract, every day. That'd be nuts. It'd be cool, but it'd be nuts. What I'd like to do, probably with that, is I would just set up the exact same configuration as this. Like everything. From quenchers, pallets, the workbenches, everything. I would just double it and just go pop, and now it's right here too. And then the design team thing would move up to the third floor. All these benches would probably get distributed a little bit more evenly. You see there are some people here with benches here, and I would like to distribute benches a little more evenly because they have to come from the bench. And at the start of the day, they have to walk from the bench to, you know, wherever they're going to work. And, you know, that means they have a further distance to walk if they're all the way upstairs. So I am going to move some of these benches. And I'm just going to kind of shift them down here. It's fine. We'll put one right there. Let's put this one over here like this. Just give them a little bit closer to where they're working, you know? No big deal. Right there is fine. It may look a little bit sloppy compared to what it could look like, but it'll be better. I think it'll be better. So we'll let the day go. We're going to let these guys reposition themselves. There we go. And this also is going to let me know that I have a spare spot for somebody. So I can have another blacksmith here if I want to. So I have the money to hire somebody. And if you don't get in a couple presses, I think it's better just to let the day go. Because they'll refresh then too. You might get a new group that's better for you. 25. There you go. Crispin. Yes, he climbs stairs faster, which isn't great. I mean, I guess when we start to move to having blacksmiths on the second floor, that would be handy. But I'm more interested in his ability to to just do the job. But the thing is, I'm paying a lot for him, and I'm paying a lot for a perk he's not going to use very much, and a lot of this is in design as well, and I don't really need a lot of that. Now, what I would like, though, is another designer to help with the design points going up. So, Maria, I will hire you. And then somebody like Baldwin is much more valuable to me because I'm not paying so much for the design, and you have some really good perks here. So 9,600 is what it's going to cost to hire you, unless I get this and this, which I cannot currently do. I cannot currently get both of them, but getting a 1,500 discount on hiring would be pretty sweet. But anyway, we're going to let that go. Now, in the mines, we have 307 ore, 430 copper waiting, over 800 wood standing by in there in that warehouse, just waiting for me to bring it in here. That's pretty nuts. It's a lot. So we definitely don't even need this many lumberjacks, is what I'm hearing here. I can probably save on my labor a little bit by having less lumberjacks. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of wood here. Still a lot of wood left to chop as well. And as you can see, many trees are gone, but still I could shift them. I could say, hey, this person here, I could say, you know what? I want you to just work on cutting this stuff. I don't want you to chop down any more trees. You know, anyone who's going out to chop trees, I'll just say, hey, don't cut down more trees. Just work on the stuff we have. And, you know, try to get this cleared out. That's probably going to work better for me, I think. Why don't we get one of these focused down? This one could be focused down right now pretty quickly. And you know what? Let's have that one focused down too. The design points are all right, but I don't need them right now. Okay. And then obviously we can improve the quality here, but if I do that, then I'm going to have less purple points as well. I'll do that with the hoe, I suppose. If I come over here, I want to get to at least 600. And the idea, hopefully, is that you don't end up... This is the worst case scenario, right? Is you don't want to end up with a whole bunch of points in a quality under what you can use. So, like, I have one blue point. There's nothing to do. I can't do anything with that. 23 of these, I can't do anything with that. I'm already well beyond that tech. So, you know, I don't want to start spending these when I have these, you know? So, like, if I spend 600 now, that's great. But I'm still going to have some purple items. Will I be able to sell enough of the epic quality stuff? There we go. Will I be able to sell enough epic quality stuff to, you know, not have to have a whole bunch just sitting there wasted? I don't know if that makes any sense. It's probably not that big of a deal, honestly. Let's go with, I like the new floor type. Let's just get a new floor type. That's cool. And then assistant, probably one of the new hires. I think you're relatively new. We'll go like that. It's fine. How close is Tyler? Not that close. So you're looking at crafting stuff for the store right now. I'm actually going to change you to craft for merchants right now. And I'm not even gonna bother with a preference there. You're just gonna go and craft for merchants. We have a lot of stuff that we can kick out for merchants here too. As far as the store goes, how are we doing on stocking things? Not great on this side. Probably could have more of our blacksmiths crafting for the store. In fact, our shelves are looking pretty bare up here, in fact. So I don't have enough people actually doing it for the store in the first place. So taking you off of the store is actually not a good idea anyway. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. And maybe I'll just say no. Fewest items crafted is fine. You know, I think we will shift that. Let's have Sick come in here and do that. Let's have Chrome Cobra do that, and we'll have Dominic Cook can come in and do that. So we'll have a lot more people crafting things for the store now. Less for the merchants. And that is okay still. That's completely fine. Because, I mean, really the merchants are there to keep us afloat, but I think we're making enough money in the store to pay all of our bills anyway. And also we're selling a lot of epic items in the store, so... You know, we're going to want to... They're there for stock. If I'm making a lot of legendary stuff, then, you know, whatever. But, all right. I think I've gotten pretty much everything I want. Now, the one other thing I wanted to start trying to do, and I don't really have a need for it yet, but I have the machinery. I got this bigger one down here. So this one here is not like the others. Okay, this is even bigger. This one is made or this one is designed for merging into the big ingots, the really big ones. And so I would think I eventually would have 2 of these, but you know, one of them for now is fine. And what I can do is I can place another one of these down. Maybe, yeah, I can just place it right here. It's fine. And then what this will do is it will hold the large steel ingots. So if we were to smelt large steel ingots, that's how that would work. At the moment, we're just smelting so much steel that it doesn't really matter too much. It looks like we're not bringing it upstairs. Ooh, are we getting blacksmiths coming down here for this? I can't tell. I don't think anybody's taking it. Should I not? And there is definitely somebody stocking steel and then taking it over there. So this steel is getting stocked. Oh, this is... Wait. This is silver. Oh, my bad. This is silver, not steel. No, steel is definitely moving. That's the steel right there. Yeah, I need more people to do steel too. So let me grab you. Yes, so you were supposed to increase your walking speed, and I will have you do highest skill. And then I want to hire more assistants. Right after I hire that blacksmith that was on my radar. Baldwin. Ah, the benches again. Just can't win, man. These benches. Let's put it, I can put it like, this is fine. We'll just stick it right here. They won't care. It's not in their way. It is kind of in their way. Well, we'll put it over here then. It's a nifty little spot over by the other stairs. There. And I'll even do another one because I don't want to be restricted. There. Okay. Now we have 31,000 bucks. Let's get Baldwin in here. And you know what? Let's get Florence too. Why not? We'll hire them both. They're awesome, right? And they can both do things for merchants. That's fine. No preference. That's fine. I'm just going to make sure that you do your highest skill first as I hire you. And then also, I had some other people that wanted to be in the game. Give me a second. I'm going to put them in. Okay, got 2 more in. If I've missed you so far, I'm sorry. Leave a comment. I'll get you in. If I see it, I'll get you in. I promise. There's a lot of comments, all right? 3,600 videos. You got a lot of comments streaming through my dashboard. Tech Fiend, you're in. Got you in as the new blacksmith that I just hired. So there you go, Tech Fiend. And then somebody said they wanted to be in the copper mine. So J-Flow, you're in the copper mine. You're copper mine. There you go. All good. All good. Okay, that's it for the names I'm going to put in for this video. But if there are more of you that I have missed, just remind me again, okay? I'll do the best I can to get you in. I would like more assistants making things. I think, yeah, more steel would be good, but I can't have more steel unless I also have more iron smelters. Right now, we are building up a little bit of a supply, but like they do take it to go upstairs too. So I think I need kind of both. So yeah, I don't want the ones that attract more customers. I'm okay with a higher wage generally. So let's say 4,500. Yeah, XP. Okay, so Raymond, I'm gonna bring you in. Raymond is gonna be somebody crafting iron for me, and they'll come on in here. I lost money today. That's okay, and I'll probably be in the red when I hit next day. We're very close to that contract being done though, so that's an extra 16 grand, and then everything else can kind of just get done when it gets done. So let's start the new day. I'm slightly in the red, but that's okay. So they're gonna go do this. I probably should buy how much iron ore do we have? Still 266 in there. Yeah, I probably should hire another assistant to come haul things. And I think man, I'd like to hire Neil or Nell. Sorry, Nell. Why am I apologizing? You're pixels on a screen. Apologizing to pixels on a screen, and they're very important pixels, okay? Yeah. Let's say gaining XP slower isn't great though. I'd rather pay you more. And good carrying capacity plus the extra 2. Audrey, I want you to restock iron ore, please. And Drogo is interesting because both of his skills are kind of useless to me. But then you have Benedict here, who's, again, bad skill combination with his... I mean, pretty much everything here is a bad skill combination, except for maybe Francis. because of the lower wage, and she can be a design. But I kind of don't. I don't want to hire more designers. I want people who can produce things. And yeah, Edith is pretty good. I like Edith. 10,000 on the hiring though that's brutal. Very brutal. I think I will spend to get this discount right away though. So we're gonna wait till we have the purple up to 600 so that I have all that. Although I can have both of them now. Let's get both of them now. It's fine. I'll do this and then I'll do this. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait on the trade routes a little bit, but that's okay because I've got extra stuff I need to do before the trade routes anyway. So now we can go in and we can hire Edith for 8,700 instead. I like it. So we'll just get you there. Now, as far as the store goes, let's real quick check things because I have a habit of doing this. There's a lot of stuff to look at and I just have a habit of not having it. So we have 8 people restocking raw resources. We have 1, 2, 3 people restocking the shelves in the store. I think maybe iron. Nobody's restocking silver. Oh, no, Bob is. Bob's got silver. Okay. I think we hold back on the silver. And Bob can go ahead and help me restock shelves for a little bit. So we're not going to be bringing any new silver. I think that's fine. We're barely using it as is. There's only one person smelting anything from it. And we have lots of steel now. Excellent. Look at all that steel. Yes. Outstanding. We are going to get to the point here pretty quickly, though, where we have more blacksmiths than equipment for them, and then we're going to have to start seeing people wait around. So I kind of want to just look really quick and make sure that people aren't waiting around. They should be able to generally just move to the anvil that's right next to them and use it. And that is pretty much what I'm seeing. You should move here. You should move here. Yep. There we go. And if this one's occupied, then you go to this one, which is what happened right there. Okay, so that's working as intended. That's great. Let's get more blueprints or design points. I think blueprints. Let's get more blueprints there. And then the other contract, I'm not really concerned about it right now. It's fine. We're almost out of iron ore. I have maxed out the iron mine. I can't put anybody else in the iron mine. So go to miners. You're only allowed to have 4 of those resting stations, and each resting station can have 3 people. So that's real simple to see. I've maxed it out. Could I have better miners in there? Maybe. That's something to look at. So like Virginia is better with the pickaxe than Hawk is. So I could swap like that, you know? So that's a thing. And, you know, Lucia, maybe we bring you up here to silver and take Isabel down. So I could optimize that way, but there's nothing else I can do to the iron mine. It's maxed out. I have every item, including the new campfire, the pickaxe rack, everything. I'm maxing out what I can produce in this iron mine, unless they give me another iron mine, unless they give me a different mine. So at this point, you know, if we have to buy iron ore, which it looks like I may have to, then we can do that. But other assistants, I don't really want to. Let's hire. God, your carrying capacity is just so much better right now. Let's hire Hamlin. Yeah, screw it. Let's get Nell too. We'll get both of those guys, and then both Hamlin and Nell, you're going to... Let's see. Who can I do this with? Transferring items. So let's have Nicole. Highest skill first. Let's have you do the store. Nicole, you're going to come over and craft ingots for me. And I think I'm going to try getting some large steel ones just to kind of see what that's like. So I'm going to have you do the large steel. But I still need more people to get me the regular iron as well. And there's no reason to refresh that list because it's going to get refreshed in a second anyway. Just to make sure people aren't still working. They get so many free hours here. So many free people just doing free hours of work. I love it. It's great. It's a business owner. This is slave labor. I approve. Look at this. Yes. He's still working. It's got to be at least 2:30 a.m. No pay. I love it. We can upgrade some things. Let's upgrade this shield. Yeah, we'll have legendary shields now. Looks like we can do the grill fork too. It just means less purple items being sold. I think maybe we could get new blueprints here. I mean, 6 spare is that's a little much. We don't necessarily need that. How about we grab the cooking tray? Now this is going to use that large ingot. So now we have a reason for that. And it's 259 gold for just a single. Well, actually, I'm not really sure how much iron that takes. How much iron does it take? Does it say? So I'm going to assume that this will combine. Is there a formula? I don't think so. Sharpening wheel could be interesting to try and get to. I assume it's 2 iron ingots smashed together equals 1 big iron ingot. But that's also what's happening with steel. So I don't know if it's different with steel. Also, I have a new decoration. Hey, there we go. I have way more decoration than I need for my number of display shelves, but more can't hurt. I mean, we're going to be selling big pans in a second too, so it's fine. Actually, let's go over here and we'll grab... is there anything I'm making that I'm not selling? Other than the bracelet? No. Okay, let's get something else then. This is just a regular steel ingot and then oak wood. So we can get a mace. Ooh, no design points to raise that up. Okay, we're not making it until it's epic. That's the rule. We don't make it at all until it's epic. Because I don't want the other points. Let's start the day. Because I don't want those other points. They're subpar. Hey, you're awesome, Gilbert. That's great. Hey, Gilbert. Why don't we get you? You can start by... I kind of want you over here transferring items. Transferring ingots. I probably don't need this many people transferring ingots, to be honest. The thing is, I can't rename the storages. I'd like to make my own name for these. Like, there's no way to name this. I would love to name this. I could make this, blacksmith steel storage, blacksmith irons, or BS maybe, BS steel 1, BS steel, or BS iron 1, BS iron 2, BS copper 1. This is basically full. It is full. There's maxed out copper right there. And there's a bunch here. I actually can repurpose people off copper. You don't need to do copper anymore. I'll have you do iron ingots. The other person who's doing... There's two more people doing copper right now. We'll leave Rob on it. And then Anne can swap over to doing steel. Okay. See how that works. Now there's only one person doing copper ingots. And we have a lot of copper. At least we had a lot of copper in the warehouse. We still do. There's not very many people. You saw, I think. There's not very many people in the copper mine. And I'm actively moving them out if I can. In fact, J-Flow, I think you wanted to be in copper mine. We'll put Hawk over here. Assistant, Justin. Let's go ahead and have your carrying capacity raised there. And then I'll have you on highest first. And blacksmith, who's it? Dominic Cook. I want you up here like this. And I have to do one more so I can make sure that that's the one that goes up. And there's still a blacksmith right here, Hamilton. Yes, Hamilton needs to have 2 points here and then a one more. And then I'll have you on highest only. All right. So the next time when we get to 700 purple here, I'll go ahead and get the trade routes at that point. And then you can see what I mean by the different items and such. But I don't want to spend my yellow points on that. So I think probably what I would end up doing is, we're slowly upgrading everything. And when it gets to the point where there's basically no purple left, it's just all legendary at that point, then I won't care. I can upgrade whatever I want. So now that we have that, we can now start selling that in our store. So it's because it's epic now. So let's bring this over. Get another stock. These are tools. So these are all like utensils and stuff. So I have them all together. The tools are all here. The weapons are down here. So our new weapon rack, we're going to say, is this a better bow rack or is it the same? That looks like the same. Yeah. Okay. We want a weapon rack like this. And I'll put it right there. That's fine. And then this will be the spiked mace. Oh, yes. So we'll start making that now, too. These are for standard iron ingots. I think I can probably get by. I was going to say only one person carrying the iron ingots at this point, but we have 2 storages for them, so never mind. This is almost done. There we go. Boom. There's the design points we needed. Now this one, right, we can get the design points, but we have to unlock the wooden hammer in order to get the design points here. And that's a pretty good chunk of change and pretty good amount of design points. So it might be worth unlocking that, just as long as when we unlock it, we can make it epic. There it goes. Okay, now we can make epic. So we'll go ahead and choose that. Get that on the schedule. They'll just start making that right now. And that is a hammer. I believe the hammer counts as a tool. All right. So let's also make sure that we're, not wasting the opportunity to sell it in our own stores as well. So we'll have the standard weapon rack again, and it'll be right here. And this will be where the hammer can be sold. All right, so I've got a good supply of these larger ingots now, and I've hired another assistant. He's got his bag and right here. His name is Lundgren, I think. London. And London here is going to be leveling up himself. London here is going to be moving down and bringing up the really big ingots to be up here. So now we just need something to use the big ingots on, and I think this big cooking tray could be a good candidate for that. The other thing would be the Doom Mace. Uses 2 large ingots for the Doom Mace. That actually sounds just better. We're gonna get the Doom Mace instead. Now remember, we're not gonna make it until we can make it at least epic. So that'll be right there. We have 3 new blueprints remaining at this point. I'm gonna hold off on using them for anything. Yeah, we have lots of different contracts here that are kind of pending. Let's rush that and this to get it out the door. And then get some extra quality points there. Low chance to get something valuable there. And low chance on that one. Okay, so let's target... What are we currently doing? So that's an all wood. This is all wood as well. But this is almost done. So we have 1 wood item, 1 that takes iron and wood, 1 that takes just iron. We can afford something more complex. We could also just get copper going again. We have a lot of copper, actually. Let's go ahead and do that one. Because we got a lot of copper just sitting here doing nothing, so that'll feed into our copper reserves a little bit there, too. We're almost up to that 700 is where I want to be. And then we can take a look at what the contracts are. Because I did dip in a little bit ahead, just... I unlocked it just to see what the trade routes are like. And I was like, oh, okay, this is how they're doing it with the map and everything. Cool. And then I reloaded and I started recording this. So I just wanted to kind of know what it was like before going into it. But I didn't take a look at what the formulas were or what the individual items that they were going to ask us for. These 2 are completely full. So we are doing great on iron and copper. Some spare iron over here to bring over there. And then... the real test will be whether or not this can be piled up, because right now it can't be because we're not keeping up on steel. But we're doing a great job keeping up on iron. And we always use it all. We just can't seem to mine enough. So I'm going to actually go ahead and do that at the start of the day. We'll just get to work right away. We also don't have any extra silver downstairs, but we do have some in the warehouse. We're just mining it very slowly, and I'm not using it much. So I'm just kind of letting it go. But we do have some silver. All right up here too. You need to have a little bit of silver. Sterling silver is actually just sitting up here, so that's pretty interesting. Maybe instead of just always having it be sterling silver, perhaps we put another one right here and make this one silver. I'm not sure what we would do as far as bringing that up, but the large ingots are here. Okay, start the next day. Slightly in debt. Ever so slightly in debt. We're totally fine. We're just under 300 ore per day. As my miners level themselves up, of course, that'll all get better, but yeah, for now. Almost. We need 1,600 points to get the Doom Mace going. And on research, I have currently 8 people on research, and I have a lot more desks. So I could hire more and cater them towards design. I could. Like this person here will not be going because that's a bad thing. And nobody has great perks towards design though. Attracting less customers, staking the stairs. Man, this one's okay, but not really. Now, wait. I don't want to spend all my money on it. So for now, oh, never mind. We have money. We have money now. There's some design points too. We can get some from the metal scoop. So we'll grab some there too. And then, should I hire somebody here? I'm going to hold off. I don't want to hire too many people. I think I'm fine the way it is right now. We have a level 10. Phoebe's level 10 now, our cashier. She's doing excellent work for us. And she has, I mean, they do not ever really have a line. These two are great. It does seem as though Phoebe sells more items than the other guy does. I can only assume that's because she's directly in front of the stairs. Man, we just can't keep anything in stock. Look at this. Really? It's not carriers because these chests are empty. So it's not carriers. I think we're just making a lot of these. There's a lot of little items and stuff too, yeah? Yeah, let's get the blueprints there. I'm going to hold off on additional contracts unless there's blueprints. And I'm going to go ahead and get more people making it for racks here. We'll get Denny and Beauty will go after the racks. We'll get, let's say Vinty goes after the racks. And let's put, I don't know. Zelda's not great at her job. We'll put Zelda on the racks too. Why not? Zelda's got low skill, but now pretty much there's gonna be a lot of stuff made for the racks now. And if we're looking at what it is, I mean, we're going towards different things with different people here kind of too. We'll go highest skill. No, I don't want to go highest skill with you. I want to raise your woodworking and then go highest skill with you. Because otherwise I'll forget about it and you'll just have a bunch of design points. I don't need that. Yeah, so we're going to kind of take a little bit of a break from the merchants and really focus in on getting ourselves more stuff in our store right now. Because our stock, we're just not keeping it in stock. We have a lot of customers. You know, it's not that I have nobody doing it. I have lots of people doing it. I don't have anybody, you know, hauling things to the store. No, they always haul the things to the store. In fact, this is the whole time, by the way, this has been the way this thing works. If you have it set like this, just read the description of this, right? When there's no items for merchant carts, this assistant will restock racks. There you go. They would have done it anyway. You know, I always had something for merchant carts, though. I admit, that's that. But we can switch that up and have you focus on that, too. But the thing is, I have enough of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So half of my people carrying things are carrying them for the store. We don't need more chests. I heard that as well. You need more chests. No, I don't. 4 are fine. Look at, like, there's barely anything building up in them, right? As long as there's people not waiting in line, like, I want to put things in the chest. I need to wait for the other person. As long as that's not happening, we're good. And you don't want too many chests because you get these carriers, right? They can have like 5 items at a time, but they can't be optimal and have 5 items at a time if the chest they go to only has 1 item in it. So you kind of want there to be a little bit of stuff building up so that when the guy comes over and grabs 6 things, 7 things and hauls them over his shoulder, it's more efficient that way. Yeah, I'm going to hold off on that. That's fine. And we can have you guys rush the copper, I suppose, for the legendary points. No, I want the design points. That's fine. Let's just do anything the way, any order you want. It's cool. I'm all right with it. Let's get the wooden scoop to be legendary now. So most stuff is legendary now. Probably should have waited for the Doom Mace. Yeah, let's wait to do the Doom Mace. We have 5 blueprints now too. The cooking tray would use a big thing. A teapot would use a big iron thing. The totem mace. Ooh, large steel ingots. Yeah, we're not doing those. We need to do more of those things. Large steel ingot and oak wood. Did I misread this? I did misread this. This is a large steel ingot. Now, wait a minute now. Yeah, these are large steel. I'm making large steel ingots. I'm not stupid. Okay, I'm just not reading and then, you know, reiterating stuff that isn't right. There we go. Yeah, they seem to be moving pretty good in this little arrangement. Could I make everything a little bit closer together? Maybe. Other thing I could do is, like, if I made everything, I could maybe put another one of these iron crates in here, but as long as we keep up the supply, yeah, I think 2 is fine. 2's okay. Yeah. We're making the big, we're not making the big one very fast anymore. Where's she getting that? Where did you go to get that? You're going upstairs? What? Oh, that's how. See, I wasn't reading. This is the part where I'm not reading. I don't know if it necessarily tells me this though, does it? If I say large steel ingot, it doesn't actually tell me what it is. But I gotta assume it works this way. This seems to be the way it works. 2 iron ingots make steel, 2 steel make a large steel, right? I think I understand that now. So I don't need more people making iron. I need more people making steel. And then I need that steel supply to be located a bit closer without being sent off. Oh yeah, we need a lot more steel being made. Okay, so let's take you. And I mean, I could just, this is kind of, it's getting kind of crowded, isn't it? But it's all right. Put another one right there. We need more assistance bad. So Karen, I just need more people doing it. I don't need premium people doing it. I just need more of you. So like Janetta, these are cheaper hires. Still $4,000 each time. Oh, 4,000 times. All right, Silsel, you're hired. Demanding a lower wage. Not really. 10% lower. Then what? Wait a minute. This one demands a 10% higher wage at level 4. And you're 90 at level 5. Level 5, okay. You're still better. Screw it. We're both hired. Get in here. I want Gandalf. Make me iron. Janetta, make me steel. Sicily, make me steel. Okay. Maybe, just maybe, that will help a little bit. And I kind of feel like we should get a nice, like, permanent source of iron down here too. So I'm gonna also put another one of these here. Maybe there. And the hope is now that some of these guys will smelt and bring it here, right? And some of them will bring it here. But the one that's carrying it upstairs will only bring it from this one. So now I should be just moving this. I'll move it over here. And now he doesn't have to walk as far. Yeah. So these ones here are like mostly the steel guys will take this one. But the other guy will take this one upstairs. That's good. And then they can place this. This is where steel ingots go, right? But they get taken from here. But if we can fill up the one upstairs, then this person doesn't have to go upstairs. They can just take it from this anyway. So now that we have like 3 there, she'll take it from there instead. That's better. All right. We just have to, yeah, we just have to fill it up. There's a large steel ingots all right here. It's time to start using them. And they're just, you know, it's it's full. We need to start using them. So let's grab. I can't make that. Fine, the hammer can. No, I'm gonna wait for the Doom Mace. Let's grab something that uses the big steel ingots though, which the Doom Mace does. We just need to start making it. The Maul does not. So we wait. That's the goal. The whole thing is we wait. And then we'll make the Doom Mace will be how we use all these big, large steel ingots. And then maybe we have, yeah, she can always fill this too. That's good. So if the one upstairs fills up, then that dude will just sit down and take a break, and then she can fill this up too. So she'll never not be working. She's going to constantly work all the time. That's great. We don't need as much steel, as much iron sent upstairs, right? Eventually, somebody asked me, am I going to phase out all the simple stuff and only sell the big stuff? That would make more sense, right? To make only the really big stuff and not make the little stuff anymore. That makes the most sense from like a min-maxing perspective. But from a perspective of, hey, I want to sell everything. I want to see if I can just, I want every type of item, every item in my store. I want to be like the superstore that makes it all. If that's the case, then I kind of need to make everything, right? Which means my costs are going to be much higher. But it could be more rewarding to be like, I'm making everything. It could be. It could be. Yeah, either way. I mean, it's going to give me, like, I have the room to do it too. Like this is really compact, but it's also very efficient. If I was to zoom out and just watch this, I bet aside from like the first hour of the day where everybody's getting off the bench and like they have to queue up, aside from that, I bet you find basically nobody is ever waiting in line for anything. They're always moving. Everyone's got something to do all the time, aside from the carriers, right? Aside from some of the assistants right now. And I like that. I like how it flows. I just take this exact design, I bring it up to the second floor, and then boom, we double our output. It's just the problem with it is that you don't have enough here to double your output. You don't have any more mining. I can't get any more iron unless they give me another iron mine. So I have to buy the iron, and that's a manual process to have to click the button and buy it all the time. Just kind of how it goes. You are a crafting ingots. You're going to focus on that, please. Thank you. And everyone else is leveling themselves up wonderfully. We're at 706. Shall we unlock trade routes? I reckon we shall. Trade routes are unlocked. Best way to acquire some very special resources is to complete trade routes. When you craft enough items required for a trade, at the beginning of the next day, you will receive the offered resources in return for the items. Okay. So the last thing we have on the list, the very last thing we have is Pine Forest. So we want to effectively start phasing out epic stuff kind of like right now. Not completely. Got to sell a little bit of it if we want to get the Pine Forest, but otherwise, yeah, we're basically phasing it out. And we can go down pottery like right away if we want to. We can't do the sharpening wheel until we get the Pine Forest. We could also just spend... Right, again, I can spend the legendary quality to unlock this right now, and then I don't need these anymore, but I'm still making them. I'm still making them here, and I still have a lot of them in here. And so every single one of these I make is going to earn me a purple point, and I don't want to waste those purple points. So we're going to have more items. We're going to have more things to unlock. They will be epic quality for a little while. I can wait, and then when it comes time to, get them, we'll use all the points we have, and then everything else is good. All right. So we will level these up as fast as possible, yes. But I'm not in a rush to get the Pine Forest, if that makes sense. So this is the end of the day. Let's take a look at this. Let's go ahead and grab that contract. We have now 2 contracts left. I want to grab another blueprint, so we'll grab the small pot as well. But really, I'm just targeting blueprints and design points at this point. Everything else can kind of just chill. Maybe some paintings and stuff is okay, but the floor types and everything, secondary. What I'm most interested in now, and I have this, never mind. I'm most interested in this. The elite worker. Who's it going to be? We have Cassian. All assistants walk at the same speed while carrying as they do empty-handed. I already have that, so pass on Cassian. Osric. Attract 10% more customers every day. That's a big deal. Bonus to customers from decorations is 25% higher. That's interesting. I don't know if it's capped. It may be. I don't know. So I already have one of the assistants that do this. And then refreshing potential workers when hiring is limited to $300. I don't tend to refresh it over that. Like I sometimes hit the $200 mark, but I don't tip, or gold, whatever you want to call it. But I don't typically hit the button if it's kind of cost me $400. And I don't think that would change if it was $300. I think I'm good with it kind of the way it is, the situation the way it is. So we have 10% more customers, or the bonus to customers from decorations is higher. See, I don't know. I feel like this is probably better because bigger number better, right? We're going to have the decorations anyway. This is just flat upgrade. This is contingent on decorations. So I just have to buy the decorations, which is, you know, whatever. So I feel like Gwen is going to be my winner here. She's a higher level. She has a lot more higher carrying capacity and stuff too. I think we're going to go like this. I just want to see whether or not it stacks. That's the thing I'm worried about, if it doesn't stack. So here's what I'll do. Because if it doesn't stack, I don't want it, right? So here's what I'm going to do instead. I know it's a little bit save scummy, but I'm going to save this. What we'll do then is we'll go over and we'll click this. And, oh, they're different. They're all different now. Blueprint upgrades cost 10% less. Decorations here, French workers. They're not all different, but definitely the people are different. The skills they have are different. The bonuses they're offering are different. I like the blueprint upgrade costs actually being less because it means less design points. Wow, I can re-roll this just by hitting that? That's cool. So if I re-roll this, yeah. No. Wait, those are the same. Maybe I close this entirely. What's the rules on this? It's science. We wanna understand it. No, now they're the same. Weird. So it was different, and so I think I'm gonna go for the blueprint cost now. Actually, yeah, I think I'll do that instead. So Yvette will come in. Now I can't science it, but it's interesting to note that I could somehow, you know, for whatever reason, this person that happened. Now this is a blacksmith, not an assistant or anything. So, I think this assistant will just say highest skill first, and we'll have you going after items from the merchant. So it says 10% less. Again, I don't know whether that is going to stack with everything because I didn't see the prices before these. How much was this before? You probably have it in the video. Maybe you can go back and find it. Like when I clicked the silver bracelet before and was talking about it, right? And I've talked about this before. I showed a number here. What was it? I don't know. Doom Mace. I've clicked it before. What was it before? I don't know, right? When I upgraded this to Epic and we started saying, yeah, let's build it. I don't know. But it is Epic now, so let's get it into the store at least. And then be good to go. So these are all the weapons. And I think this is not the Doom Mace. This is something else. So we want the... Oh, a trade route cart. Oh, this is something different. Stores crafted items specifically for trade routes. Yes. So I haven't even looked at trade routes yet. Oh my God. I'm so distracted by so many things. All right, let's put this here. We'll put trade route stuff in there, I guess. And we're going to look at that. I swear the video's not done yet. Dragging it on and on and on. It's crazy. Crazy. Let's get the rack. This is for weapons. The Doom rack. Yeah, this. I'm going to put it... I feel like I should be able to put you right next to it, yeah. There we go. Like that. And then you are for the Doom Mace. Okay, that's done. Doom Mace. All right, fine, I did it. And the store has adequate decorations as is. Okay, trade routes. Finally. Here's the map from the demo, right? The map we know, or at least some of you may know. So it looks like Clay Pit is the first one, and they only want the wide cooking pan. And if we can we can unlock this for $10,000. And if we deliver 30 to them, we get 20. We get 40 clay for 60. 80 clay for 90. Ooh, hey, that's better. Because, you know, so the base values here is just double. That's good. But then this is up by 50% while the reward is doubled. Yeah. And then this is up by 25%, 33%, but we double the reward again. So we definitely want to have this. If we could just kick out a whole bunch of these wide cooking pans, we get a whole bunch of clay. That's curious. All right. Birch woods. They want a whole bunch of different things. Battle axes, metal pitchforks, and black amphora. And then we get birch wood. Okay. 40,000 to unlock this one. The gem mine, we have the pickaxes, but we have not unlocked the shovel. The humble shovel. We haven't unlocked this one. It's 100,000 gold to unlock trade with the gem mine. And then the gold mine is 60,000 gold. So the gem mine is the creme de la creme. And then the gold mine, we need copper goblets, which we have, but then also we have to be making the hunter's bow. Okay. Well, that's very interesting. I think to get clay, to get pottery and stuff going, we should probably unlock this. So we'll do this. And it says, Dear Blacksmith, we request high-quality cooking pans in exchange for an equivalent weight of our premium clay, ideal for pottery. We hope a mutually beneficial trade. So I will have this enabled, I suppose. And then I would guess. I can upgrade it for. Oh, I see. It takes more money to upgrade it. I thought maybe if I achieved this, you would, upgrade it for me. Gotcha. Okay, we'll do that then. So we will do 60 for 40, which is the same ratio as 30 for 20. But if we can start getting to 3 and 4, then it's even more beneficial for us. So I would assume then that I now have the ability to choose blacksmith and then to tell the blacksmith, hey, like Amras, I would say, hey, how would you like to craft for trade routes? Yes, exactly. Amras is going to do trade routes for us. And I'm going to have Arabella join him in creating things for trade routes. So the two of you will do the trade route stuff. Okay. And so you guys are both over here. And I'll just have a no preference there. So these two will handle the trade route thing. I don't know how long that takes. Whether I need to deliver it all in a day or what, I don't know. You probably also need, I would say, a place to store the clay, but realistically, it looks like maybe, yeah, it'll just go in the warehouse like our wood does because there's so much wood. All right, cool. That's how that's evolving. So next video, we'll see how that goes. Thanks for watching. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.